Welcome to this special Mother's Day edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Mother's Day is dubbed as a celebration to honor the mothers of the family, as well as motherhood and the influence of mothers on society. Today, we salute you. Coming up on the program, Director of the Road Safety Unit, Kenute Hare, talks to us about how we can practice safety on our roadways, as well as more tributes to our mothers.
No, son. A verb is an action word.
Parents need to become more involved in their children's education.
Parents are the first and in many cases the most important teachers.
Read with your children. Review their schoolwork. Visit their school.
Tapping and rapping and slapping, I said.
Nice. High five.
Woo! A good education will never decay.
Approximately 1.2 million persons are killed annually on the global road network. Kenute Hare sits in on issues and answers to discuss how we can lessen road fatalities.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of Issues and Answers. I'm Ian Boyne. We're talking road safety. Again, we can't talk enough about this until we've really dealt with this problem of the high number of casualties on our roads. We have with us the Director of the Road Safety Unit in the Ministry of Transport and Mining, Mr. Kenute Hare. We thank you for your company. And good to have you again, Kenute. Last time we spoke, you pointed out that the ministry is really on the cutting edge of analysis of the accidents. We have the technology, we have the means of finding out what really happens. And what would you say that the data is revealing? What do we need to do differently? What is the message to our road users, both the drivers and pedestrians?
The data is revealing that persons are not adhering to the speed limit. All right.
I want to raise the issue, Kenute. Some motorists will say the speed limits are absurd in some areas. You know, I drive with people who say, "But why is it only 60 miles? You know, the road clear and so on, certainly like on the highway." I address that. Why we need speed limits on a highway?
All right.
People say they're absurd, man.
Here why you need speed limit on the highway.
Yeah. If you have good tires, I'm know driving good 2017 vehicle and proper vehicle. Yeah.
You can drive at any speed you want to drive, you know. Yeah, man. You're free. But guess what now? Is this vehicle design with the necessary aerodynamics like an aeroplane to ensure that you can safely travel at that speed? Aeroplane go faster than a car, but you don't feel it.
Yeah.
For the car now, when you go at 80 kilometers per hour, your body start to feel funny. You have to drive, your eyes start to, pulsate. So 110 more, 140. How long can you sustain that for? You cannot sustain that for any long period of time, right? Now we know.
So it's not only a function of the vehicle you're saying?
No, function of the body.
Of the body?
Yes.
That's an interesting perspective.
We are on Earth, not in the air.
Okay.
Right?
That's a function of the vehicle.
No, because of a lack of understanding of those dynamics, people make those statements. Yes. Now, let me tell you this now. If you crash at 80 kilometers per hour, your seatbelt can't help you. Yeah, let me just make that clear. Because the amount of energy that is going to come in that motor vehicle is more than enough to break up your body, break up your internal organ, shell out your internal organ, crack the rib cage, crack the lungs, yes? That is what it do. When you crash at 110 kilometers per hour, how much joules worth of energy that? Millions. The human body can't even manage speed at 30 kilometers per hour when the crash happens. Then it's 110, where manage? The organs, the internal organs in the body are going to move from the socket that the divine makes them to stay in there. The lungs is going over where the heart is going over where the rib cage is, the brain is going over where the skull is supposed to get, and the skull gone over where the brain is supposed to be. Because we don't know, that's why we speak like that. It would be reckless, yes, for us to put that same highway you're talking about, 110, with people going downhill, and we know what gravity will do as bringing down the vehicle. We cannot be reckless.
Not arbitrarily chosen.
No, we cannot be reckless and give people a false sense of security. Yes, I know that there are many persons who complain about it.
Yes,
but
as
I said to them,
the road clear.
No, it doesn't matter. A car don't have to come in front of you.
The road drive clear.
You can run off the road.
On,
you can hit rigid barriers. You can hit other vehicles. Right? You can hit other vehicles. And what is it? You need to protect. Remember, mankind, the safety systems that are inside the motor vehicle are not designed for all conditions,
that's an important point.
They are not designed for all conditions. The engineer will tell you that he never designed you for go around that corner. That Duncan's corner, many persons have been killed there. That road, that corner is designed for you to go around and navigate it smoothly at over about 100 kilometers. But we have people going at 150. You're on your own. You're on your own. You're violating the law. And many of our people are found wanting as it relates to how they were operating the motor vehicle on the traffic environment, right? And in the traffic environment. So what we need to do, we need to understand the vulnerability of the human body. And maybe it's our fault. Maybe we need to spend more time communicating what happened. We have the first collision, vehicle collision, so the vehicle collide with an object. Then we have the second collision, the human collision. You don't like wear your seatbelt, so here are going to you now. You're going parachute in the vehicle, you're going parachute out of the vehicle. Now if you parachute, anywhere you parachute, so if it's 80, the vehicle going, or 50, you're going to hit those A-pillars, and those A-pillars, whatever speed you hit it at, it's going to clap your back. You could have deal. You could have deal. Then the final one now.
I was tempted not to.
The internal organ one. No, and this is the one that determines whether or not people survive.
Yes. We're going to come back
Wear
to that
the seatbelt.
We'll take the two and come back. Can you hear? Boy, if you can't hear it, after hearing here, you're going to feel. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Jamaicans, drivers, passengers, motorcyclists, and pedestrians, slow down. Observe the rules of the road. Be courteous. Drive defensively. Be considerate. Buckle up. Wear a helmet. The careless overtaker is only rushing to the undertaker. Not observing the rules of the road could cost you your life and that of your loved ones. I encourage all road users to take special care as we use public thoroughfares. The life you save may be your own. Remember, your family wants you to arrive alive.
Welcome back, Kenute. Here is the Director of the Road Safety Unit at the Ministry of Transport and Mining. Yes, so you're getting into the third one. You told us the last time what happens to the body. Severe maladjustment as a result of the accidents. But sometimes I see you on TV and I can, I can read your frustration because you keep talking about these issues and people are not listening. People think that they are invulnerable, that it applies to other people and it's not going to happen to me. What else you can say?
Well,
and what
there's a scripture in the Bible, Ezekiel. Sometimes you have to take on the watchman duty.
Yeah, watchman, yes, the duty of the watchman.
No, a road safety duty is a watchman duty. We must do everything to ensure that our people are aware. We are fully, for me personally, I've learned a few things from my grandfather. Plant him crops. So him plant some for sell. Plant a little for the thief them. Right? And him plant for him friend them. So this is my approach.
Yes.
I'm not going to allow the divine to flag me for not telling the people the road safety intelligence.
Yes, yes. You've been doing
Who
that well.
cannot hear, those go and feel.
Yes.
And 105 feel already. So those who are listening right now, you don't have to feel. Because your destiny is not left up to any form of chance.
That's true.
It's your choice. You don't wear the seatbelt. 10 people dead over the Easter holiday. 10 people dead.
You say somebody laugh there when you talk about seatbelt.
Yeah, they always laugh. But yes, when they laugh, they motivate me if you go harder. Because I'm not bowing, I'm not bowing. Right? Because the seatbelt helps to restrain you and stop make you fly out of vehicle. You know that people who were killed over the Easter?
Yes, 10.
The majority of the drivers and the passengers who were not wearing seatbelt.
Oh, that one.
They were not wearing seatbelt. If they were wearing seatbelt, they would have had a fighting chance. People, give yourself a fighting chance to survive. I am not going to sit here and say seatbelt going to stop you from being killed.
Yes, you did.
I'm not going to sit here until the helmet goes around here because I know it's not that going to help you. You know what's going to help you? It's the amount of kinetic energy that comes on your body that is going to determine whether or not you survive. So if I can ensure that you have on the seatbelt and you're not thrown out and that there are another external force, which is the asphalt.
Yes.
That is, listen to me, the asphalt not going to crack up, You could have deal. I have never seen a human body crack up an asphalt. I always see the asphalt cracking up the human body. Listen to me. I grew up, you see. Who can't hear feel? And my father will tell you, if you can't hear, I'm going to bust your ass. that him say. Right? So hear me now. We need, as a people, need to take our lives more serious and recognize that even though we are not killed in a traffic crash, because we have 105 who have been killed, but there's over another 15 to 20,000 right now who are injured.
That's true.
I know a young lady right now, 14-year-old. She got from technical. She was crossing the road. I look a robot taxi man overtake the vehicle that stopped to allow her to cross and clap little girl and break little girl hip.
Yes, at 14.
Plunge the people and family in
true.
Disaster.
Yes. More
because a traffic crash is a disaster, you know.
True.
It's not something you celebrate, you know.
It's true.
It would be remiss of me. 1978. I was clapped by a Vauxhall car. Yes, 90s I was, because guess what I do? I run across the road. My mother said she think me dead.
You've had your personal experience.
Everybody think me dead, right? So me never have to there. Me couldn't in the grave.
Yes.
So, and me never bargain for road safety. Me didn't want to be diplomat, because that me study. But road safety is about life.
True.
Preservation of life. And many of our people have sat down with hot-head drivers, shutter drivers, and drivers who for foot not have no regards for the passengers that them transport. And I'm saying to those passengers, take sleep or mark that. You hear say you mustn't take robot. You hear say when you take robot, there are no insurance for you. Avoid them. If me didn't know, can't help you, Let me just tell you that straight up. If you didn't know, can't help you. Right? We know. So we could do the right thing now. 105 dead already. Our projected road fatality for this year is 327.
More than last.
Less than last year.
But still.
But are we as a people going to sit down and accept that?
No, we can't change it.
In Western Jamaica, the road safety battle is won or lost from that region. Motorcyclists turn up the thing in that area. Turn it up. Then turn the thing in Westmoreland.
Yes.
From Hanover, go straight back to St. Elizabeth, motorcyclists turn up the thing. We're in the trenches with them. We're going to stay in the trenches with them, and we're giving them the road safety message, the hardcore. And a pretty up business.
Yes.
Because when they kill off themselves and injure and mash up them family life, and a pretty up business that.
True. National impact.
So we communicate with them. We go to them. We're giving them some training, right? We have a lot of work to do on that side.
Okay.
Because it's a deep subcultural cleavage that has developed in that region that we have to root it out. When it takes us time to root it out. Right? So I use this opportunity.
Yes, sir.
To call upon the police force. Area 1. Let us rise up for road safety. 2 weeks' time we celebrate Global Road Safety Week. And the issue is speed management. June we celebrate Road Safety Month.
Yes.
Right? We have to be truthful to our people. You see that piece of equipment there? That is truthful.
Yes, informer in the vehicle.
I can know whether or not you bring the seat forward or you bring the seat rearward. Yeah, I can know that. I can know what speed you was going 2.5 seconds before you collide. 3 seconds, 1 second, 0.5 a second, boom.
Valuable information for insurance companies too.
Valuable information for everybody.
Can claim things.
Insurance company can know how much time. You can know whether or not you crash a vehicle 100 times.
Yes, true.
And I hide it.
Important.
You can know.
Information.
Everything is here. Everything is here. And we're using it. We're using every form of methodologies out there.
Yes.
So anything you see the great road safety, sci-fi and those things, we love it. We're using the technologies to improve our road safety apparatus so that when we say, this is Jamaica, look here. It's time the developed countries must come here.
To learn best practice.
Yes. It's time, because we can't do it here. But
we must be the turnaround nation. They're always absorbing Kenute here, Director of Road Safety in the Ministry of Transport and Mining. We have shivers when we listen to him because the facts are so poignant. Next week I'll be back. Until then, Ian Boy, a pleasant day.
As a new mother, you're probably trying to decide whether or not you should breastfeed. Breast milk contains antibodies that help your baby fight viruses and bacteria. This next feature will highlight more ways in which breast milk protects your baby.
breast milk is really the ideal food. It provides all the nourishment that the baby needs for the first 6 months of life. And most importantly, it is the baby's first immunization.
Nutritionists say the benefits of feeding your baby with breast milk is not for him or her alone. You will also gain a lot from the practice.
One of the most important benefits to the mother is that she regains her pre-pregnancy weight quite quickly if she chooses to breastfeed. Also, the whole matter of just having a baby that is healthy, that is well fed and is healthy. For the mother as well, it is less time consuming to feed otherwise. So she would have more time on her hand just pursuing breastfeeding. And there is the whole matter of reducing her risk for certain cancers, such as ovarian cancer.
With all the benefits of breastfeeding to mothers and babies, health workers say many mothers around the world are still not adequately breastfeeding their babies. Why? Because there are some myths preventing them from doing so.
A common myth is that if she breastfeeds, her breast is gonna sag. So for a young mother who's probably having her first child, and should she believe that, then she might choose not to breastfeed. But we know that that is not factual. In fact, whether or not she breastfeeding, if the breast is gonna sag, it will sag, yeah, because it's the genetic makeup that determines the shape of the breast.
Jamaica's statistics for breastfeeding is not looking good. According to the Ministry of Health, there has been a decline in breastfeeding at 6 weeks.
Jamaica is not really doing fine in that our target is 70% and we are at 45.1. And however, the statistics for Jamaica is in keeping with other countries in the region. So there's a need for us as a region to continue promoting, protecting and supporting breastfeeding so that we can get more and more women to do this.
The Health Ministry has been doing just that. It has implemented a baby-friendly hospital initiative in several hospitals across the island to promote breastfeeding.
The baby-friendly hospital initiative was launched in 1991 by UNICEF, PAHO, WHO as a global effort to promote, protect and support breastfeeding. The target is really at strengthening hospital systems and also preparing healthcare workers to create that environment that is caring and friendly so that breastfeeding becomes the norm. Jamaica took on the initiative in 1996, and between 1996 and 2001, the ministry was able to certify 10 hospitals as baby-friendly.
Breast milk is the best source of nutrition for your baby for the first 6 months of life. It contains appropriate amounts of carbohydrate, protein and fat that your baby needs to fight infections.
I would say to mothers, in light of this recession, breast milk is a low-cost, nutritious food for baby. And it is safe, it is appropriate, it is the ideal food to promote growth and development. And it's not just for the first 6 months. Between age 1 and 2 years, breast milk provides as much as 50% of the amount of energy that a young child needs. It provides protein of about 50% as well, and vitamin A up to 70% between age 1 and 2.
When you think of the word mother, certain words or phrases jump out at you. Words like childbearer, doctor, nurturer, protector, best friend, counselor. A mother is all these things and more. We asked a few young people what Mother's Day means to them, and this is what they had to say.
Mother's Day means to me a day that to show appreciation to all the mothers and what they have done for you.
For me, Mother's Day means the day that we celebrate our mothers for being exceptional throughout their years as mothers.
Mother's Day for me it means celebrating our mothers. That one day that you can have for just you and your mother.
Mother's Day for me is the day that I'm reminded that my mother means so much and so much more to me.
Mom, I love you. I love you with all my heart. You are my rock, my joy, and my disciplinarian.
My special message from my mother is that I just want to thank you for being my best friend.
For my mother and my grandmother, happy Mother's Day. I salute you both. You have been my tower of strength throughout my life.
Happy Mother's Day to my mother and grandmother, and mommy and grandma, I really appreciate you.
The love of a parent for his or her child is incomparable to that of someone else's. As we celebrate Child Month, do something special with a child, especially one that has lost their parent or parents. Show them love and compassion. Let them know that they are not alone as we continue to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. As we continue to celebrate and honor our nation's mothers, I would like to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. Thanks for making it Jamaica Magazine. I hope you found our program very informative. Let us know by sending your feedback to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm or via tweet at JIS News. You can also visit our website jis.gov.jm for more information. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.